We're going to be looking at the different types of forces that can act on an object. The weight of an object is the force that acts on it due to the Earth's gravitational field, and it's found by the mass times the acceleration of free fall. Whenever an object is submerged in a fluid, and a fluid can be either a liquid or gas, and the submersion could be fully or partial, then the fluid exerts a net upward force on the object, a buoyant force, which is called upthrust. A normal reaction force is the force one surface exerts on another surface which is in contact, and this force acts perpendicular to the surface, and so that's why it's called a normal reaction. Normal meaning perpendicular. So here you have a book which is resting on a table. The book has the weight which acts vertically downwards, and as the book is at rest on the table, there must be another force acting on the book which is vertically upwards, and this force is the contact force, the normal reaction force that the table exerts on the book. For this case, the forces acting on the book will be its weight, which acts vertically downwards, but there'll also be the normal reaction force that the table exerts on the book, but this force needs to be perpendicular to the surface. Friction is a force that acts on an object to oppose its motion. So friction is always in the opposite direction to the velocity of the object. A drag force is a resistive force that acts on an object that is moving through a fluid. So an example would be air resistance. And here you have a skydiver that is free falling. And so it has the weight which acts vertically downwards. As it's free falling through air, it has a drag force acting in the opposite direction to its motion. So it's acting vertically upwards. Tension is a stretching force that can occur in strings or ropes. And here we have an apple that is held by a string. So we have the weight of the apple acting vertically downwards, and we have tension in the string which is acting vertically upwards, which balances the weight of the apple to keep the apple stationary. Compression is a squashing force, so it's the opposite of tension. And so if you was to bend a beam, then on the upper surface it's being stretched, so tension is occurring, and in the lower surface is being compressed, so compression's occurring. And tension and compression is important when designing bridges. Can you identify the three forces that are acting on this block, which is resting on an inclined plane? Well, hopefully you will have identified the weight of the object acting vertically downwards, and then the normal reaction force that the inclined surface is exerting on the block, and finally friction force between the surface and the block, which prevents the block from moving downwards. And so friction must be acting upwards along the surface.